So I just got out of the shower, just a little backed up, but I'm just catching up now. Because I even went to Target today to buy selling a complete set of keepsakes. Huh. I went to Target to buy groceries, so you know, just all backed up. All right, let me see. What is up with the camera? I usually want it facing upwards. Also, I'm kind of curious if Forson's playing Counter-Strike, because I want to see if he actually makes it to Supreme Master First Class, which is basically the second best rank in Counter-Strike worldwide. So he's trying to go for Global Elite. So that'll be fun to watch. Alright, so anyway, so I also spent some time today just doing a lot of the silent prayer as Jesse Lee Peterson has recommended. And yeah, it actually does work. I'm definitely feeling better. But obviously, I just got a lot of issues to work through, and eventually I'll work through it. But at least I'm working through it, right? Because even if I solve all these trademark issues, which of course I will, one way or the other, there's always going to be new people that'll just it's just a recurring problem. So I can't always just be constantly worried about it, because that would just be stupid, unproductive, and very unhealthy mentally and emotionally, and of course physically. And I even found even more situations where game companies just don't even bother trademarking anything. So I'm like thinking, okay, I'm getting. I always keep thinking about this scene in Star Trek Online. I don't play that game anymore because they screwed up the dilithium economy. But there's a scene in the Romulan campaign story where you have to decode like an obviously false story so you can figure out what the real facts are. And when you finally solve it, right, your what is it? Your number one, right, tells you that we're getting two different stories here, and they obviously contradict each other. So which one's the real one? When it comes to trademarks, it's the exact same thing, or a lot of things in life. And I just go back to what Jesse keeps saying is all thoughts are lies. And I go back and go, yeah, I spent $1,000 initially to hire a lawyer here. That was a complete waste of time and money, even though I learned a lot. And then, I eventually had to find, hey, I had to figure out that there was a trademark elsewhere, and I wasn't told that, right, by the asshole, because obviously he's a liar, right? The asshole, that is, not my lawyer. So, I had to go hire a lawyer in the EU and, all that stuff and, do an opposition there, all right? And then I got another trademark asshole on YouTube that apparently lives in Canada, so I'm still waiting to hear back from this trademark takedown service. But overall, the thing is, the one thing I still haven't asked myself, I try to pretend that Jesse Lee Pearson would ask me these questions is, why do you feel you need to worry about the trademarks? Why do you even need it at all? Right? And here are situations where no one has it and they're doing just fine. Game companies, that is, right? Like this one. Welcome to the game 2. Yeah. Well, there's no actual nudity in this game. Okay. Well, let's leave it at that. See, Reflex Studios, he didn't trademark this. A lot of people play this game. I mean, I don't. This game is not even trademarked at all. I checked the EU, the IPO, the TDN, whatever thing, right? Like XQC played this, Forsen played this, Tyler One, right? Wild Tyler One played this, right? This guy doesn't trademark anything. So I mean, like, what's going on here? So clearly I'm just getting two different stories, and again, I'm working through all that. So, but the most important thing is I'm working out the anger, right? Just trying to get rid of it. And it's actually going pretty well. So, but, obviously I need to do more silent prayers. I need to do, just more relaxing and whatever. So, it's going pretty well. And I can definitely tell that Satan definitely does not want me working on this game. That's like the primary objective. So, which means I have to actually keep working. Right? I'm already up to video. What am I up to in this tutorial, by the way? And I've been listening to Jesse Lee Pearson a lot lately too, including today. So I kind of want to get back to finishing that because he actually gives a lot of his counseling advice through the show. So if I listen to it the show enough, then I'll have all the tools that I require. I'm up to video 36 of 80. Yeah, I've got a long way to go. Well, not a long way to go. I got 1 hour, 2 hours, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have like 8 hours and 15 minutes left. So, and I already tweeted out my current progress. It looks pretty nice. It looks really nice. Granted, a lot of it was handed to me by Epic Games, but since I'll be using their assets initially, yeah, it's gonna look pretty decent. So yeah, so all that, I had to go to the bathroom, I had to shower, do all that stuff, and that's why we're kind of late here, so, which is fine. Let me see. Do I have anything pending? I mean, I haven't even had a chance to check my email. Yeah, I don't care about that, and Greg's already posted his video. Perfect. Alright, so I haven't heard back from them yet, so Fish Fort will get back to me hopefully tomorrow. I hope it's not a bad sign that they had to take in a whole 24 hours to figure this out. I mean, alright, well, we'll see. Soxy Fortuny, yep, I don't care. Alright, precious metals, flat, crude oil down, and I know crypto and Bitcoin's recovering. Well, Bitcoin being the slowest. Wow, Riot got hit hard. 31.35. Dollar is pretty weak. Yeah, here's the thing. The dollar's actually weaker, but Bitcoin's low. Well, I don't know. I also don't like this word influencers because I always just think of egotistical F words. I don't like that. Okay, so bond yields went down a little bit, so there's still fear in the markets, and crude oil's down, so correct. I'll pause that. Alright, let's see. What has crypto been up to? So Bitcoin's finally going up, but just a little bit, so it's still got problems. Altcoins were also going up before kind of flatlining elsewhere. I have to refresh this page. The page is not loading properly. Of course, Solana, Algorand is popping off. Yeah, Solana's finally hit the top. Which means Algorand's going to eventually hit the top too. I mean, you don't hear about Audius anymore. So that probably has already hit the top. Yeah. Okay, so everything looks like like what it should be. Cosmos is doing pretty well. Pancake Swap also stable, and then Phantom's also, yeah. So everything looks pretty solid. Let's see, Jet Swap is at, oh, come on, it was doing pretty well this morning. Now it's at 45.2 cents. I mean, the rest of the market's still kind of under pressure, too. So I guess the SEC being an asshole towards Coinbase isn't helping things. So I guess we should take a look at this. Also, now that I'm doing these 4 days a week, I'm eventually going to maybe reduce it to 3. Or just not do them at all and just switch over to developer videos. Yeah, see, now the fake news terrorists are siding with the SEC. Yeah, so it's the assholes at the SEC. Like, you could easily, I mean, just look at that face. He's obviously a tribal, right? Look at this F word. 6-letter F word that I can't say on YouTube because it's technically a banned word now. They just want to be assholes, man. But El Salvador, and then soon Panama, Brazil, Paraguay, and probably a bunch of other countries going to eventually getting in on it. And Russia has correctly called out the Federal Reserve for hyperprinting the money supply. It's only going to be a matter of time before everyone just switches over to Bitcoin. All right. Of course, by then, the Federal Reserve's response is going to be to tank the economy, like Greg's been warning, get everybody on the digital dollar, and then it's the oppression of the Sith, except the not so cool kind. And then we'll have to see what happens there. I mean, by then I should be pretty well established. I mean, hopefully my game will be quite successful at that point too. So and then I'll probably have my own little lobbying team. That's the other thing too. Before we start, is if the lobby it guys. Lobby it. their pricing is actually pretty affordable because I was ready to dump $12,000 a year to go at Red Points or Brand Shield, right? To, go do takedown stuff. I think it would still be, I could hire my own lobbyist here, which is tier one, which doesn't really do much. But, if I want that money at the end of the year, every time they pass the omnibus bill, right, that budget Congress always has to pass at the end of the year. If I want a slice of that, this is where I can get my better return on my money, right? Because I want to be that asshole that gets the $50 million grant or loan or whatever for like, what was it? A carousel restaurant in Pakistan, right? I need that stuff. Oh, hey, I haven't seen you in like a million years, Dr. Sexy. I probably prefer to know what your real name is, or at least your first name. That way, because remember, I'm trying to, I have to like step away from all like the vice, the vice and porn stuff. It's no longer good for me because I've been eating a little more food too because of the stress from like mostly the trademark stuff, and that's obviously not good. So I've been probably putting on a little weight. But yeah, I would get a better return on my investment this way, because this is basically $1,000 times 12. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's like 12 grand a year, right? If I could get 12 grand a year and then in return I get like, even if I get like a $5 million forgivable loan from the US government, which would be literally nothing to them, I could, oh great, stupid auto zoom. All right, $5,000, $5 million at a very low interest rate, right? I could take that entire money, dump it on the like pancake swap, and get like either auto cake or yeah, I could dump it and get auto cake, and then the profit, and then I make more than enough money from every day. I gotta refresh this. I can make more than enough money a day from this to easily pay the debt service on my $5 million government loan, which is forgivable probably, which means I don't have to pay it back if I can't afford it. But I think it's a good idea to pay it back because you don't want to piss off because ultimately whoever gives me the loan, some human being in the U.S. government had to hand that to me. So if I come off as like a scamming tribal that doesn't pay his debts, right? Like I'm the opposite of the Lannister family. I don't think they're going to want to give me a loan the next time. And I want, obviously, the government to give me more loans. Because again, as we know, with the Federal Reserve hyperprinting everything, the value of the dollar is going to keep going down over time, especially with inflation. So what does that mean? The value of my loan actually decreases as the value of the dollar goes down, right? Because $5 million today is going to be worth more than $5 million 10 years from now, 5 years from now. So that's why you actually don't want to pay off your debt. Because $5 million in 5 years is going to be worth the equivalent of like $2 million today. So you actually make $3 million as an example. I'm just kind of throwing numbers out there. But that's because the value of the dollar is going down. So that's why I'm going to actually hire a lobbyist. Because these guys also, I actually read a lot of this website like one night. Right? I don't know if it's mentioned here, but basically they also handle grants and loans and getting your name, So if I wanted to apply, if I want to get free money from the government or free loans or whatever you want to call it, right? If I want to get approved, I hire these guys, right? It's basically, who can nag and who is the loudest in Washington D.C. Like, oh yeah, we like this Johnson Chan guy, so yeah, just give him the stupid loan, whatever, And hey, he donated money to our campaign, so yeah, just give him the contract. Yeah, see, that's how it works. So, like I've been saying on Twitter, rather than complain about the system, just play the stupid game. You can still complain about the system if you want, but still play the game so you can get the benefit. Right? Because that's what I see conservatives do. All they do is just complain all day and they don't do anything. And then they wonder why they get run over like the ants they are. Because they are acting like ants. Right? Complain and get the benefit. So that way when your complaints fall in deaf ears, which it obviously will, you still get the benefit from the system. So, you're making progress in life. Someday I will let you know. Is your Telegram? It's the first one, Johnson Chan. Some asshole stole my name on Telegram, and obviously it's Telegram, so I've got no way to. What is my Telegram? Gab. Yeah, so I'll probably just call you Doctor then. You know, we'll just go with that. Gab, real. Because I don't even use Telegram. Yeah, it's this. Wait, no, that's Rumble. T.me Johnson Chen. Yeah, it's this one. Preview channel. Yeah, what was the last thing I wrote? Oh yeah, this thing. Yeah, I have to keep a low profile because everyone wants to like obviously murder Nick Fuentes. And after that game developer John Gibson came out as pro-life, right? And the entire video game community like excoriated him. Yeah, I better keep a low profile. So I don't know what
Okay.
I'm gonna do in my game when the Battle Royale game comes out because I have to deal with these shitlibs too on Steam, and there's gonna be a lot of them, you know. So I don't know. I have to try to see. On the one hand, I need to try to get them to go forgive their mom and dad the way JLP teaches, but on the other hand, I can't have too much of this. Actually, I don't want to tolerate any of the toxicity. Okay, glad I asked. Yeah, I don't even know what's on Real Johnson Chan on Telegram. I don't know. Like, hopefully, I assume it's a scam, right? Because so I don't know, but yeah, just disregard that. I mean, actually, didn't I pin that on my? No, I probably took it off because I don't use it. Yeah. So these are the official links, and then I ran out of room to put in my Telegram here. So, and I need to put this over here, you know, because obviously the trademarks and all that stuff. So, I kind of forgot where I was going with all that diatribe because I was going all over the place, but yeah, all is well for now. So, you know, it's gotta keep trucking along. Oh yeah, so I was doing this. So yeah, I mean, crypto is still. The good news is it stopped going down. That's the most important thing. And some altcoin, actually, a lot of altcoins are going up. Not every coin. The major coins are not quite going up yet, but it looks like they're getting ready to. Yeah, Binance is slightly up. Bitcoin is slightly up, and Mobox also, you can't see because my stupid logos, but Mobox is at $5.86. Before it was as low as like 4.80, but then it jumped right back up to around $6. So everything looks pretty good. So hopefully by tonight or maybe tomorrow we should start seeing some rallies. But it all depends on what Bitcoin decides to do. Because the SEC being an asshole towards Coinbase, plus that infrastructure bill, I still have my eye on that. I didn't think about it at all today because obviously I have 10 million things to worry about. Okay, this is completely AOC threatens to tank the infrastructure bill without the 3.5 trillion spending plan. It would give me pleasure. Yeah, I bet it would. In more ways than one. Okay, GOP pressure to block bipartisan bills in the House. So believe it or not, it would actually be good if they don't pass this thing, because that means it would delay the anti-cryptocurrency provisions from also passing. Okay, so I'm obviously getting different results here. So let's use this. McConnell has managed to send lots of love for infrastructure bill opposition. What? Biden infrastructure plan, scarcity to skilled workers poses challenge. I'm also getting very hungry. Biden infrastructure bill could give a jolt to EV charging. Okay. Okay, so it looks like they've got a lot of, what's the word I'm looking at? Conflict. So let me see. Do we have a? I like how I like how the right wing sites will always just have like the angry looking picture of her. And then the Democrat news sites, well, news sites, quote unquote, and they're all fake news. All right, they always have like her smiling. It's like, can you make it any more obvious? But that's what people want. They want the manipulation. They want that confirmation bias, which is why I set my news on Twitter to Brazil, because I'm just completely disconnected from all this distractionary, retarded bullshit. Because that's what it is, right? None of this stuff is gonna help me build my game. None of this stuff is gonna help me, like, you know, spread the JLP message, right? The real Christian message. Because I know what the source of all the problems is. All I have to do now is scale that solution to everyone, and then everybody will take care of the problem themselves. Right? I have to think in terms of systems here. Right? Because again, I don't want to be like Alex Jones, where he's been reduced to pushing a car full of transporting illegal immigrants and filming that on, his band.tv or whatever. Like, there's not enough time or manpower or money even in the world for Alex Jones to do that, like, what, a million times per day, right? The system, it's individuals versus the systems. You need to implement a good system here. The heart of the division, let's see. The only thing here we go. A September 27th deadline to vote on the stupid bill. Okay. So this is what I was looking for. When is this being voted on? Because it's been accepted it would be mid-September, but of course dates change. Okay, the Democrats want to create a 3.5 trillion bill, which is really more like 10 trillion, right? So, and if it were Republicans, maybe it would be the real number or a smaller number, but the Democrats, but either way, the numbers will always be bigger than what's stated here. Right, because again, the Federal Reserve is the one that's hyper pumping everything. God, I'm getting really hungry. I'm gonna have to go for the chips and the thing because I need to make. I need to make food. I've been working so hard today that I really just had one meal. Now Warren Buffett is warning of a possible stock market crash. I'm not terrified. Global inflation is surging. Yeah, it looks like. So this is probably what's causing fear because people are. Yeah, so these billionaire F words are spreading FUD on purpose to tank the market so they could probably buy in cheaper. This should be illegal. If we had an honest system, this would be illegal. All right.
My beautiful friends, it was a beautiful day. Wasn't it just lovely? Okay. Yes, it was. And we have to talk and cut through, well, the dog shit as usual. And that's exactly what we're going to do here on this Thursday, September 9th, 2021, post-market wrap-up. I really don't know where to start. I got a lot of stuff to talk about. All right, let me just start off with the basics here. Let's talk about the freak show market, because it's a freak show. So what happened? Okay, did you watch how the stock market followed crude oil all day long, up and down, pretty much in tandem? You got to be kidding me. This is really the truth. I was laughing. I'm laughing watching crude go up. Crude started off negative, okay. And then all of a sudden, crude goes positive, pulls the stock market with it. Nice gains, triple digit across the board, well, for the Dow at least. And then crude reversed lower, pulled stocks down with it. I can't stress to you yet again how important crude oil is to this market. The entire energy sector depends on it. The lovely financial sector depends on it. Moves the market around. It pulls it around like a little puppy or something along those lines. Insane. And you know that crude oil is the freaking lifeblood of this market. It's the lifeblood of the military-industrial complex. That's the truth. So, crude oil finished lower. So did the market. Oh, I'm so surprised. So shocked. 10-year yield people came down yet again, 1.3. 1.30. Okay, just lovely. Market loves it there. Dollar got weaker today. We got some interesting news. We got more calls for a market crash from one of the biggest guys out here, Warren Buffett. We'll talk about that in a minute. We heard from the European Central Bank. We're going to talk about that too. All kinds of things. Let's go back to the markets real quick. So, again, market got pulled all over the place by crude oil. All right? If crude does not go higher, the market's not going higher. It's that simple, okay? So just remember that. Okay. Gold and silver, fractional gains today. Cryptocurrencies also trying to put on a gain. I think we're going to consolidate here a little bit. But people, it's a buying opportunity, not just for cryptos, for the stock market, for gold and silver. You want to be getting out of that dollar. I can promise you that. And you want to buy real things, even crude oil, which right now has no bearing on reality. Despite the fact that it finished lower today, it's like $67 a barrel. It has no business being here. You all know that. The mechanism to keep crude propped up is really as criminal as anything else that's going on with regard to this freak show of a stock market. But I think you all know that. So let us move forward. So again, look, let's start this off. So we got really bad economic news today, and it's kind of funny how this played out. So we found out that what were these numbers again? 310,000 people applying for first-time unemployment benefits last week, and continuing claims went higher. Well, the mainstream media was playing this up like they're retards, like the retards that they are. When the stock market was higher earlier, they were like, "Oh, the stock market is higher on this really good news." Well, soon as the market reversed lower, they had to shut their mouths. Had nothing to do with it, okay? Nothing and zero. But that's what they got to do. Again, it's part of the mind-twisting propaganda. Oh, we got great news. Only another 310,000 people applying for first-time unemployment benefits. Oh, this is fantastic. So the market's up. Market's cheerleading. It's saying this is a great thing. And then when it goes lower, maybe we got that wrong. Yeah. You can't make it up, but that's what they're doing. This is the propaganda ministry, and it's a shit show of the highest possible order. Let's move on to more of the shit show. European Central Bank announced that they're going to slow down the pace of their bond purchases because you see what they did we're still here. This whole, can I say it? The thing that's going around here, I got to be very careful. If you say certain things, it's a no-no here. And the internet is being whitewashed of everything you can think about that's negative. You're not allowed to know. Anything negative about the thing that's going around, it's only good news. It's great. And you need to get that jab multiple times. It's great. It's fantastic.
Literally.
And the stock market will go higher, too. Anyway, so the European Central Bank is saying they are going to ease back on their emergency bond purchases that they increased during the thing that's going around, which still is. I'm calling bullshit on this. This is not going to happen in any way, shape, or form. People, haven't we not learned our lesson?
I don't know, interrupt them, but let's see, 3 months. Yeah, the reason why they're not going to want to pull back is because of this. Right, this is the Federal Reserve's balance sheet, the one they let us know. And I'm pretty sure the ECB, the European Central Bank, and really all the central banks of the world have the same thing. I tweeted this out before, but it's worth repeating, especially because it never occurred to me until recently. This is their asset balance sheet. You're also in control of the money supply. So what is the goal in life? Make more money. Well, you're controlling the money supply and you own a lot of assets. And as we found out, Greg said that one of the Federal Reserve presidents was insider trading. Of course, nothing's going to happen to him. So you have a huge incentive to keep inflating your balance sheet because that's how you make more money, right? Like the Federal Reserve owned like 1 million Bitcoins and it's worth like whatever this is. Well, obviously, they're going to want to hyper pump everything so that Bitcoin will be worth, instead of 46.3K, it'll be worth like $1 million. Now, suddenly, your 1 million Bitcoins are worth that times $1 million. You make a whole lot of money. So they're just going to keep hyper pumping this until they just decide not to do it. I personally think they don't need to pull the plug because look how stupid people are today. They're literally willing to go with anything. So this thing could be like, 100 trillion K or whatever, right? And people will still go along with it, right? It's when people stop believing it is when the Fed's going to want to pull the plug. So whenever that happens.
When the Federal Reserve several years ago said they were stopping quantitative easing.
Oh God, I'm so hungry. I got to wait 20 minutes for my toaster oven.
They never stopped, ever, ever. Okay, but we were told that's what happened, and it never stopped. Okay, and it will never stop. It's just not going to stop. Period. The end. So I'm calling total bullshit on that. And this is what the thing. I mean, it's really a thing. Christine Lagarde, whatever that is over there, that thing. She goes on to say that, oh, this is just a trimming of the COVID emergency. Oh, I said it. Let's see if they don't allow this video out. Trim of the blank emergency support, but this does not mean that we're tapering. We're going to keep easing until, kingdom come, whenever that may be. I mean, that's what we got here today, people, with regard to that. It's pretty epic. And we also found this out with regard to economic news. So I'm laughing. And look what I did. I put a little star there. You see? Star. Global prices continue to surge.
I'll read that in a second.
As China factory inflation continues to go higher. Oh, really? I'm so shocked. Oh, I don't know what to do with myself. Anyway, let us move.
You heard Bitcoin Cash ABC just rebrand their coin called eCash Crypto. Really? Is that effective immediately? Let me do cash. Well, it still says Bitcoin Cash. Oh, I see eCash. These numbers are completely different. Are you sure it's not a separate product from the same team or something like that? But yeah, if they want to rebrand, that's fine. I mean, I'm still not going to buy... I mean, you'll probably do okay buying Bitcoin Cash or even this eCash, but... I don't know, eCash is pretty cheap, actually. Take a look here. They're going the Altcoin route of like crazy supply though. Okay, so the people who founded Bitcoin Cash, eCash is a fork of Bitcoin with a more aggressive technical roadmap. So eCash is based on Milton Friedman. I guess that's okay. And they want to introduce into the Bitcoin code staking, fork-free network upgrades, and subchains. Well, if they were smart enough to create Bitcoin Cash, they might have the technical expertise to do something like this. They're actually worth quite a bit already, rank 31. When did this come out? This came out in July. Where can I buy this? Shit, look at this. This is really cheap. Where's the market page for this? See, tips like this I do like. And the only reason why I'm giving this the time of day is because it's ranked number 31 and these people actually know what they're doing. Or at least they have the technical expertise to possibly pull off what they're doing, which shouldn't be too hard for them because everyone's already figured out the code. They just have to do it. XEC. Yeah, it's on Hotbit. Because I'm just going to get it off of Hotbit. I actually get a lot off of Hotbit. We'll get back to Greg in a second, but A, I'm really hungry. So my attention's split between this and fighting my hunger. And a new investment opportunity here. So I'm going to go here. It is the same team. Okay. So they decided to fork it. Okay, fine by me. No, they have DEX. Let's see. Let's type in XEC. Oh, there's the symbol for eCash. I don't know though. See, the problem is, I bought Baby Dog and it did something exactly like this, and now it's kind of like floundering and jerking off. So, that is the risk here. Let me take a look at this. I don't know. How much would I want to put into something like this, though? Because 10, 100 would be 2 cents, 2.4 cents. This I don't understand. It says the total supply, so this should be the total supply in circulation. 24-hour volume has already crashed. Fully diluted market cap would only be 5.2 billion. That's actually not bad at all, given the circumstances. SafeMoon was a huge flop. One SafeMoon team left of today. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I saw all that hype shit. It's actually a bad sign when there's a lot of hype, because that means the person is over-relying on marketing rather than saying, hey, we put out a new patch. Hey, here's some new content. This is the exact same thing like in video games. That's why I don't like hypers. And that's why I was like, you know what, I don't want to do SafeMoon, because I just see all these spamming idiots going, oh, SafeMoon Army, and, you know, yeah. All that other F-wordry. I don't know. Where can I pull some money? Because I really don't want to dip into my pancake swap. I already looted my pancake swap a lot to buy a bunch of other coins. I could take some Binance dollars for my daily income withdrawals and put it into this. Because I missed out on Hex, essentially. So I kind of don't want to miss out on something like this, but... yeah, Shiba Inu... the reason why Shiba Inu is better is because Shiba Inu rides Dogcoin, right? It's too late to get in on Dogcoin when it was a fraction of a penny, and then you become an instant millionaire. Shiba Coin is the next best thing. That's why that's fine. This thing, I'm thinking, could be something similar as well. And the only reason why I'm even considering it is, again, the people who made Bitcoin Cash probably have the technical know-how to do this, right? Staking is very easy. We've been doing staking since like 2015 or 2014, so they have plenty of source code references to implement this. The interesting thing would be something called fork-free network upgrades. So that's going to require new codes, and then subchains is similar to like the subchains that Ethereum 2.0 is going to have, right? They're going to go from Ethereum blockchain now to 64 copies of well, not copies, but 64 subchains on the Ethereum network to have to scale it. So all they do is just look at what Ethereum's doing and copy them. So yeah, I'm definitely going to look into this. I'm going to actually put this open in my Chrome so I can, because I have to eat. I can't think or do anything until I eat, and I'm really effing hungry, so I can't function properly. All right, but yeah, thanks for that tip. You know, hopefully it won't be a flop. You know, in fact, maybe I can swap out my shitty Baby Dog and then buy eCash. That would actually be good too. How much is Baby Dog, by the way? Because I'm going to take a loss on it, but Baby Dog coin. Well, it actually came up, so okay, maybe I don't want to dump my Baby Dog. All right, I'll think of something. Let me see. How much is in my Binance dollars? I have 490 Binance dollars, but I need to withdraw that in my bank account because I've been spending a lot of money, mostly because of this trademark bullshit. So, you know, my bank account needs replenishing. I've been replenishing it for the past 2 weeks and infusing it with like $2,000 or $1,500 each time. So I gotta, you know, keep pumping money into my bank account. Yeah. Shiba is just need Robinhood. Oh, that's the other thing too. Shiba Inu is listed everywhere, like on like Coinbase of all places. So yeah, yeah. So Shiba Inu is a good play. Actually, how much did it go up today? If it even went up? I know I was doing okay. Yeah, this thing is up 10%. I mean, it's still worth nothing, but yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Yeah, so it's just a matter of waiting. All right. I mean, well, I would recommend Jesse Lee Peterson because I've been trying to get rid of my anger and my lack of patience. So don't put a lot in EK. EK is just lottery tickets. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I tend to have go pretty hard, but if I like put in 1,000 or 2,000 bucks, which is already a lot, I think that would be a pretty good risk on eCash. But again, I have to eat. I have to finish this stream. I gotta finish Jesse Lee Peterson, and then just think of a decision. All right. Again, it's ranked number 31, so even though it drops a lot, there's obviously something to it. So I just need more info.
Move forward, because it just gets even more beautiful. Let's see. So this is Reuters. Reuters is saying that the stimulus, this is their words, okay, this is not Greg Manarino. Stimulus pumped stocks are at risk of a fall because warning signals are flashing red. Fantastic.
Really? What kind of warning signals?
Just to follow that up, probably the most famous investor in the history of the world, Warren Buffett. Hello, Mr. Buffett. If you're out there, he is saying the market is, in fact, at risk of a crash as stocks are expensive. He has the Warren Buffett indicator, and apparently it's flashing red. Well, it's been flashing red for a really, really long time. Now, I'm not saying that this market is not going to crash. It's going to crash on a biblical scale at one point, literally on a biblical scale. But we're not there, and we all know where to look. You see, for you and me, there's no secret here. We're not sitting here guessing, okay, as to when the big one is going to occur. Is it possible? Is it possible? Because I'm terrified that the market could actually pull back several hundred points or get a normal correction, 5%, 10%, 15%, maybe 20%.
No
Is that even
so
possible?
Dark
Well, we haven't seen that in quite a while. But yes, but that does not mean that we're in a crash scenario. And you and I, again, because we're not guessing, know exactly what to look at. One thing, just one, tell me what it is. Right through this, tell me now. Exactly, the 10-year yield. You're so smart. You are all so smart, so near and dear to my heart. It's the truth. Hey, that rhymes. Anyway, look, so the 10-year yield is very stable. When, I'm going to just be very calm here. When, my lovely friends, we see a spike in the 10-year yield outside its current range, okay? And I'll let you know when we get there. I promise I'll tell you. All right, it's not going to be a secret or anything along those lines. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you. So, with that said, when that happens, then we run for the hills. And then we could take, right for now, with regard to Warren Buffett and the stock market crash and everyone else talking about it, they're all idiots. Every single one.
God.
Again, they're not telling you what you should be looking at, which is the driver of the market, which is the debt market, which is in a hyper bubble. Yes, it's going to burst. The stock market is going to crater on an epic scale. But we know what to look at. We're going to watch that 10-year yield, and I have it all set up for you on my website. People, there is so many resources right here. Traderschoice.net, traderschoice.net. There's a link in the description of this video. Take advantage of the stuff that's on my website for you. There's all kinds of free downloads. There's charts there for you. I set up the dollar index for you, the 10-year yield, everything you need for crude oil, a chat room, which I pay for all of you. It's for you. It's not for me. It's for you. So go over there and look at the stuff over there and get involved in that chat room. I just opened up a whole bunch of new spots for you because that room gets full from time to time. So I had to pay extra to open up more spots. Take advantage of that chat room. There's a lot of very smart people there. Anyway, People, look, I think I covered a lot here for you. It's very
Great.
important.
The YouTube
I think
backend is
you
lagging.
understand what's going on.
I
This is
love
the
it.
biggest shit show in the history of the world that is not just the stock market. It's the control mechanisms in place, the fear, the rule by fear, control by fear, mechanisms in place here. Calls for market crashes. What do they want people to do? Sell all their stocks? What do they want people to do? They're not telling people where to look, but I am. I'm telling you what to do, what to look at, and how to take advantage
What
of this
is
whole thing.
wrong with YouTube? It's so
Is there anyone
laggy.
else out here, really? I want to hear from you, because I don't follow anyone. I don't watch anyone's channel. I have no idea what they're saying. How many other guys are out here doing what I'm doing, keeping you all on the right side of this market for years? You've ripped its face off by every measure you can think about. If you're one of my lions, and you're not just in the stock market or derivatives, you're in it all. Okay, you're spread out, and you know what you're doing, you know why you're doing it. With regard to long-term plays, cryptocurrencies, gold and silver, short-term plays, trading the market, owning, large cap dividend paying stocks. I got you covered. I got it all covered here for you. Anyway, I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you have to say about the things I've covered here in this video blog. If they let you even hear it, because I said the word. You can't even say things anymore. Okay? It's all being whitewashed from the internet with regard to the thing. Okay? All you're allowed to see, I dare you, to go on a search engine, pick any one, and try to find negative things about it. It's all being whitewashed off the internet.
Remember
You're not allowed to know anything that may put this
I'll read
thing,
that after he's done.
the jab, in
That's a
a
lot to
bad light. It's all the greatest thing in the history of the world. It's like the second coming or something along those lines. And they want that thing in your body no matter what they got to do. You don't have a choice. A lot of people are being forced to take it, and that really bothers me. Anyway,
Well,
I'm
that's
out
how
of
it
here.
goes.
I'll see you in the morning.
Okay, good. Oh my God. All right, my brain. Damn, which jet? I don't know why Jet Swap is always under so much freaking pressure. Yeah, but that's just how it goes. Okay. You have plenty chance of dog coins, even crypto fire. People laugh. You buying the dog coin if you put that in there last year is worth 50 to 100K more, or you have a million dog coin a few years ago. Yeah, don't remind me of that. I specifically had 3 to 6 million dog coins. This was years ago. I believe this was after, like around early 2018, as everything was crashing. So I forgot what it was, but there was a cryptocurrency market or exchange that was listing 808 coin at the time, and then they got hacked and they never came back. Then I had to move my money out of somewhere, and then eventually I had to change it into Dogcoin. But yeah, there was, I and a lot of everyone else just didn't think that Dogcoin would just be 30, 25 to 75 cents all of a sudden today. Like that just never occurred to us, because it was just like it was ludicrously just not in the cards. Dogecoin was like a chosen coin, right? Like, how the hell would I know that, or anyone would know that Elon Musk would like manipulate, Trade Satoshi? No, not Trade Satoshi. It was someone else. Trade Satoshi did not get hacked. They just simply chose to close down. Well, this stupid game used the effing hero powers. So, but I mean, that's in the past. I mean, great. This fucking game, this rigged F word, H word, bullshit asshole game. It wasn't even a League 13. Like this fucking rigged asshole. So, what am I thinking about? What the hell was the computer thinking here? So yeah. Okay, I definitely have to change this squad because it's pretty obvious. So, yeah, but that's largely in the past now, so. Well, there's always going to be new opportunities to make money, and, that's why I do. What the fuck is wrong with this fucking rigged asshole game? Like, everyone's, like, doing 50 million damage as a rank, like, fucking level 1. So anyway, yeah. So I don't know. I'll look into this eCash thing, and then eventually when things pop off, and they'll pop off eventually. Yeah, lovely. Right? When it eventually pops off, you know, I'm still thinking, I could try to still make millions, but I don't know. Like, I really think that this bull run market's going to continue right into the next year. It's not going to go. It's not going to crash like it always does in December, which would be very different than 2017. So that's going to be kind of nerve-wracking. But we do have one very good tool that can tell us what's going on, and it's this right here. I mean, if you switch it to worldwide, would be the better thing. But usually I find that worldwide matches exactly the United States. So let's just go back to United States here. The actual normie interest on Bitcoin is nothing. It's 16. Look, it's at the bottom. It's way below the 2017 fever pitch. But Bitcoin's price is now at least a little more than 2x what it was in the 2017 peak. How does that make sense? It doesn't. So this is how I know that this bull run is still in its early stages, believe it or not. But the problem is there's way more adoption this time around, and therefore way more manipulation. So, because remember, as soon as El Salvador, on September 2 days ago, right, came out with Bitcoin, right? What happened? What did the central banks and the evil rich people do? They told everyone to dump everything just to fuck up the markets, which they did. So, that kind of power, it's not easy to deal with. $6 million coin, $153 million at 25 cents. A lot of crypto altcoins keeps going up. Solana, all the other. Yeah, I know. Yeah, there always will be other cryptos. So for now, I'm just waiting up. Finally, food. So I'm just waiting for September 12th, and then Cardano skyrockets to whatever, and then we'll go from there. Or who knows? Maybe it'll even crash, which would just be really shocking to me. What else would just make no sense? 2017, we didn't have Wall Street bets and Robinhood. Yeah, exactly. We didn't have a lot of stupid things. Right? And there wasn't. And then COMEX just came out with future contracts for Bitcoin, right? In like November 2017. Though I didn't know that at the time because I never heard of Greg Manarino though. So, But either way, today is Thursday. As I've said, I'm only streaming 4 days a week now because I need to reduce my stress and burnout. Plus, I just have too much shit to do. So I will see everyone on Monday morning for the Bitcoin Cloud World. But yeah, for the most part, I mean, so far it's looking alright. I mean, Bitcoin's now at 46.5K. It's slowly coming up. So let's see what the Japanese people do. I guess Australians. Because it's about to be 7 a.m. or so, right, pretty soon over there. And let's see what they can do. But yeah, I mean, so far it's looking pretty good. It's pretty healthy. I mean, shit. Algorand is already up 35% essentially. This thing is going straight to the moon before it hits its actual intrinsic value, whatever that happens to be. And yeah, Binance Coin is going up too, which means my JetSwap Binance Coin liquidity pool is going to make me more money finally per day. Because right now it's producing half. I shouldn't say half, but it's producing a lot less money. Still a lot of money because I'm not giving you the real numbers, but I really could use more money pronto. All right, I'll check out eCash. I'll let you guys know next week, and yeah, enjoy for Friday and your weekend, and I will see you early next week. Unless something really major happens and I have to stream it, then I'll do that. But yeah, I don't see it. Especially now that the infrastructure bill is slated for September 27th now, instead of the middle of September, which was my previous understanding and everyone else's. So, okay, works for me. All right, see you all on Monday. Thanks.